Title: A stunning man sat down beside me and said, "Your husband is seeing my wife." Then he leaned in, smirked, and whispered, "Forget him. Come out with me tonight." I was nursing my coffee, staring at the steam rising in lazy curls, when he slid into the seat beside me. I hadn't noticed him approach. His presence was sudden, magnetic. A stranger, yet his eyes carried an unspoken understanding. "Your husband is seeing my wife," he said, voice low, almost teasing. I froze, the cup halfway to my lips. My mind tried to reject the words, but the weight of them settled like stone in my chest. Then he leaned closer, smirk curling at the edges of his mouth. "Forget him. Come out with me tonight." I stared, unsure if it was audacity or chance that brought him here, but something in the air shifted. I realized I'd been waiting for this. It started months ago. I thought I knew him. The man I married had smiles that felt permanent, hands that held me like I was the only thing worth holding. We met at a gallery opening. He admired the brushstrokes on a painting, and I admired the careful way he listened. I trusted him. I loved him. I remember the nights when he whispered promises under soft lamplight, the mornings when sunlight spilled across our bed, warm and tender. Everything was precise, perfect, until it wasn't. The first clue was a subtle one, a message received too late, an unexplained scent on his jacket. I dismissed it, blamed my imagination, but then the patterns became impossible to ignore. Late nights, sudden work trips, his phone always face down, and then the text, a name I didn't recognize, and her. I didn't cry, I didn't scream, I sat with it, absorbed it, calculated, because heartbreak doesn't excuse stupidity, and I had no intention of being naive. I started watching him, listening, noting the cracks in his armor. Every lie was a breadcrumb, every slip a map. I didn't confront him, not yet. I collected evidence, meticulously, silently. I wanted him to feel untouchable, to relax into his arrogance. That would be his undoing. My plan took shape quietly. I wasn't reckless. I didn't hire detectives or follow him like a shadow. I used what I had, his own hubris, the patterns he'd ignored, and the people he underestimated. I reached out to those he never considered could see through him. Friends, colleagues, the woman who thought she was secret. Every conversation, a stone laid on the path of his downfall. Weeks of precision, financial checks, discreet conversations, small social manipulations. Nothing flashy, nothing detectable. Each step was deliberate. Each smile I offered him in public became a mask, hiding the storm I was gathering. The night came. I confronted him at our apartment, where he thought himself safe, where he thought the deceit invisible. He entered with that self-satisfied grin, briefcase in hand, mind on some trifle he deemed important. I didn't rise immediately. I let him linger in his bubble. Then I began to speak, not with anger, not with tears, but with calculated clarity. Every word precise, every revelation timed. "I've seen everything," I said, softly, almost intimate. He laughed nervously, attempting charm, but the edges of his confidence faltered. I dropped the evidence, his emails, the receipts, the messages, all laid bare, undeniable, each item a blow, each truth a revelation. "I wanted you to think I was blind," I continued. "I let you feel safe. I let you feel untouchable. That was my choice. Because you forgot one thing. People like me don't break. We wait. And when we act, it's exact." I watched him crumble piece by piece, his arrogance shattered into disbelief, guilt, panic. Every manipulative word he had ever whispered, every betrayal he had attempted to mask, reflected back at him in the cold clarity of my calm. And then I smiled. Not a gloating smile, a serene, precise acknowledgement of victory. I didn't need to scream, I didn't need to demand apologies. Justice was served not with noise, but with inevitability. He realized too late that his world had narrowed to nothing. I didn't yell, didn't chase. I simply walked past him, each step deliberate, echoing in the apartment like a metronome, marking his defeat. Later, alone, I allowed myself a breath, not sorrow, not regret, relief. The betrayal had carved its scar, yes, but it had also revealed a strength I hadn't known existed. And somewhere in the folds of that night, the stranger at the cafe, the man who whispered danger and excitement in equal measure, waited. A different kind of promise shimmered there, not revenge, not loss, but life. And for the first time in months, I felt it, unburdened, empowered, untouchable. The past was settled, the future waiting, and me, I would not be anyone's shadow again. I left the apartment with the city humming around me, lights like stars that belonged to no one, feeling the thrill of absolute freedom. Betrayal had come for me, and I had answered, not with panic, not with tears, but with wit.